Hello world, this is Real Reviews. My name is Rasan, and this is the official review of the Emax Tinyhawk. Let's get to it. First and foremost, the flight controller on here is an F4 flight controller, and the firmware is an MAT EK F411. The ESCs are 3 amps per ESC on a 4-in-1 board. The receiver on here is an Emax Tiny receiver compatible with FreeSky in D8 mode. So if you're pairing this right here and you have a QS7 or a FreeSky transmitter, then you will want to be in D8 mode, not D16, D8 mode. The motors on here are the little 8mm by 2.5s with a 15,000 kV rating. The diameter of the propellers are 40mm. This is a 3-blade, and the pitch is 23mm. The weight for each prop is a half a gram. Now let's move on to the camera and the VTX. This is a 37 channel VTX with 25 milliwatts, so just that's it, not 100, not 200, but the 25 milliwatts is definitely sufficient for a tiny whoop like this. The camera is a 600 TVL CMOS camera, really good camera, high quality camera, something that you really don't expect out of a little quad like this. But the Tinyhawk actually has a lot of stuff that you don't expect. Now, all in all, this is a 75mm indoor racing drone. Okay, brushless motors with a durable ball bearing for increased flight and low maintenance. So this is something that you can fly around and zoop around a lot. Now, it's been my experience that these little quads like this are very hard to work on because the components are so little. So you would want something that's doable. This is either a trainer or just a little fun drone to fly around with. Now, the motors on here are actually replaceable. It's really easy too. They're kind of, if you can see, they're what we would call plug and play. If a motor burns out, you don't have to like solder on another motor like you would have to do with maybe a 5-inch. You just unplug the motor, unscrew these screws, take the motor out, buy another motor, put the other one in, you back up and flying. Now, as you can see, I have a rubber band around my frame because this is representative of really the only weakness that this Tinyhawk has, which is the camera. The camera, you can crash a lot, and I've actually put this thing, man, through some issues, man. I have absolutely beat this thing up. The camera pops out a lot, and the last time that I crashed it, the camera actually wouldn't go in snugly, so I had to put a rubber band around here to keep it still. But they actually do sell mounts now. They have mounts that you can buy, 3D printed little support mounts that you can put there, and your camera will not have an issue. Other than that, yeah, they actually have a solution for the camera popping loose during crashes now. Smart audio. This thing has smart audio, y'all. So you can actually adjust the PIDs and things like that in your FPV goggles. This is Betaflight compatible. It actually has Betaflight on the flight controller. Who is this drone for? This quad is for people who's first of all, who love the craft. If you love to fly, also let me say this, it actually comes with this parallel charger, 1S parallel LiPo charger that you can actually, also comes with this brick right here. Thank you to Grayson Hobby, because I actually went there and picked this up. I didn't have patience. I didn't want to just wait online for it. I wanted to go and just get it immediately. Grayson Hobby, they're a great bunch of guys over there. They know what they're talking about. The service was great. They had everything I asked for. Shout out to Grayson Hobby. But these 1S's for this little light frame. These 1S's really do a great job. You can have fun with it. You can do your zips in, your zip out, your zip throughs, your flips. But I still suggest getting a lot of them. I actually got more. These are only 6. Now, who is this quad for? This quad is first and foremost for people who love the craft. If you love the craft, you love to fly, then you definitely will love the Tinyhawk. But also, this little Tinyhawk is for people who's wanting to get better and expand their skills. This is also for people fresh out of a simulator. If you're in a simulator and you trying to decide what quad to fly out of a simulator, then I advise the Tinyhawk. You don't have to worry about crashing this thing. you know, and you don't have to worry about the motors burning out and things like that, because it won't break hardly ever. If you do, it has a really small little breaks that you can like fix with glue. If a motor burns out, a motor on here doesn't cost a lot of money at all. You buy a motor, and then when you get it, you don't have to solder it back in. You just plug it back in. So that's a lot of worries that you don't have with this little Tinyhawk that you would have with a more powerful, bigger quad. So if you're in a simulator trying to make that transition, Tinyhawk is definitely the way to go. If you're somebody that just loves flying and loves to have fun in the air and shoot through small spaces and zip and zap around your neighborhood or the park or even your house, this is definitely the drone for you. 2 thumbs up from Real Reviews. Peace.